All right, welcome back, everyone. This week, we're going to be talking about the stick to the middle feed. Now, last week, we dove in depth into the S-dodge and the benefits of being able to get to the middle of the field, cut your defender off, and then hopefully finish back in front, or at least, get a step and put that defender on your back. Now, the whole idea of the stick to the middle feed serves a very similar purpose. Now, being able to get that defender, on your back, or being able to get a step. Now you have options, and so even this example by Ryan Augerman kind of shows that if he were to split to a strong hand, he's running lefty down the alley, he could easily make that skip pass with his left hand. Now, there's a benefit here to also being ready to play with your strength. And sometimes when you pull your stick back to the middle, that also signals a go call to the defense, because that is a pretty tough feed. So being able to get your stick back to your right, he gets the defense to commit, and now O'Keefe's open on this skip pass. This is a beautiful look, being ready to throw that skip with the stick to the middle. Now we're going to rewind here with Kyle Long. Again, we talked about Kyle, one of the best S-dodgers in the country the last couple years. He does a nice job here getting underneath. Again, he S-dodges. He could get this shot off. When he puts that stick back to his right hand and gets his stick to the middle, you can really see that Hopkins defender starts to commit, but he keeps his eyes up, and he's able to make that feed over to Wisnauskas on the skip. And so that's a great example of being able to pull that stick back to the middle. Now, Gavin Dean does a great job at our Best in Class event this summer. And again, by having that stick to the middle and having it tucked, defenses, I think, are more likely to commit to that, because he's more of a threat to shoot. You can really make it look like you're about to shoot. And then beautiful job here on the sneak backside and the presence by Dean to be ready to throw it with the stick to the middle for the easy finish. Let's fast forward here. What also got me thinking about this as well is this action from Jeff Teat and the New York Riptide in box. Now, obviously, from a box perspective, a lot of players are really only playing with their strong hand and playing on their strong side, so they're never going to be switching to their outside hand on an alley-like look. And so they're working on finding ways to be able to pull that stick back to the middle and then be ready to shoot it or feed it. And so here, we're going to get a couple looks at it, but Teat actually combines the stick to the middle feed with a leaner, which I was calling last spring a leaner pass. And so we're actually going to see here, right here, it really looks like he's selling with his eyes that he might shoot. There's a great job of his teammate, right, being at X for that transfer pass. And we can see, watch the goalie here, really baits and reacts, right, to that leaner pass. And that sets up the back pipe dunk from the finish. So again, using the stick to the middle with the leaner pass. And again, we're going to see the same example. This is Ty English, a former Culver Academy product, gets his stick back up. His eyes fully look like he's going to shoot. Sean Goldsmith does a nice job of positioning himself on the back pipe, and then to have the presence to just hit that one more pass. And he could have, scored a great shot, but again, it gets the goalie to commit. He keeps the goalie engaged. You can see a nice example. And again, this defenseman is really committing at the last second here, because everything tells him that he's a threat to shoot. And then being ready with that stick to the middle feed. It's just a really subtle, crafty look that, again, not every player is going to be able to execute, but it's something that is worth considering for players in having in their options and arsenals when they're playing, in different kinds of situations. Now, again, for a young player that's trying this out, right, you might play in an offense where this is highly discouraged. You have to know your situations, and sometimes coaches, aren't going to let you do these things, and you're going to get yelled at. But at least you can become a smarter player for it. And coaches, maybe this is something to consider in terms of skilling out, and some guys might be able to handle this. So hope you enjoyed checking out the Stick to the Middle feed. Check out more content throughout the week. Make sure you subscribe to our weekly thought. And if you haven't yet, make sure you go on YouTube and check out our breakdown last week on the S-Dodge. We're going to keep this type of content and continuity going all fall. Thanks for checking it out.